Bonjour everybody, here we are in France after the long journey. Spooled up all my spools again with £16 Exocet in khaki. We had a good draw. We were at Crete Lakes, obviously, as I've said before. I had a good draw. I came 6 out of the hat, as you'll probably see with the other blog that I'm doing on a guide to Crete Lakes. When you get here, when you book in a group, you get a ball number, and what happens is when you get here they pull out the bag, and whatever order your ball comes out in, that's the order that you pick your peg. So I came out third, ball number 13, unlucky for some but a bit lucky for me there, and it's a pity it couldn't have. I can't get draws like that in competition zone. So I chose, they've opened up what they call the new bailiff swim on Lake 5. You'll see from other things that I do, basically you've got peg 60 on your right hand side and then peg 61 is plumb in the middle, so you've got a lot of water to go at, various spots, a lot of spots. We've got about 4 or 5 spots. When I was here in September I had a good haul off 57, which is just opposite me, which Dino is in now. So I'm fairly confident here, I really am. I've seen fish, we're on fish, I know we are. The lakes are fishing fairly well. I think they're going to be hungry. I've bought with me 50 kilo of bait, a mixture of essential cell crushed, essential cell whole, and 20 kilo of cell 18mm, which I'm going to chop tomorrow. That's defrosting at the minute in the glug, the carnation milk and some hemp oil. So that'll be defrosted tomorrow, and then I'll chop that up and get that out. I'll go out in the boat, we'll get the GoPro on the hap, on the cap. We'll go out in the boat, we'll do some prodding about. I've got 3 rods out from spots which I've kind of found but not really found. I found with the lead, but I like finding them on here with the prodding stick, because you do find some rock hard ground and that does give you the bite. So we'll go out in that tomorrow. So I've put the baits out with the bait boat and the echo sounder to what look like firm spots. Wee bits are cleared in the weed. So I've only got them out for a couple of hours as we go for dinner at 5 o'clock. So I'm very tired, long journey. But yeah, that's me just got the rods out because I had to re-spool all 3 spools to £16, because obviously I've been using £13 for the casting at B1. And I'm going to do this blog, I think, depending on how long it is, how successful I am, I'm going to do it in 5 parts. So this will be part 1. You'll have obviously seen the journey here. And then there'll be a separate kind of blog, as in a guide to Crete Lakes. We'll go for a walk about the lakes, you'll see the facilities, where you sit and eat your dinner, blah blah blah. So this is going to be a short one. I'm using essential cell high impact pop-ups on all 3 rigs. I've got 1 rig of the new one and 2 Ronnie rigs out there. One with a leg clip, one with a helicopter, just to see if one works more than the other. I'm going to do a video, I'm going to put, well, you're going to see it because it'll be on Facebook by now. Oh man, I'm really tired. So today's going to be really short because I can't be arsed. I'm tired, and I'll probably go get some dinner, put the rods back out again at 60 yards, 15 wraps, with the boat. They're all elasticated up, so at night time I don't need to go and use the wrap sticks. I can just go out and look for the elastic and start the boat. Oh, excuse me, I'm really tired. So this first one, like I say, is going to be a bit of shit because I'm tired, but I promise you tomorrow will get better. We've got good weather all week. Doesn't look like we've got any rain. Got temperatures we got from ranging from 15 to 17, 18. So it's looking good. It's fishing well at the minute, so I'm pretty hopeful of a bit of a brace. We'll give it 48 hours, see what's happening. See what's happening come Monday, Tuesday. Nothing happened. I'm going to move, simple as. And I'm going to try and build the swim slowly, not all in, so to speak. So we'll see what happens there. So thanks for joining me in France. Hopefully we'll have a good blog. Hopefully we'll get some good footage. I'm not allowed to use the marker flow, the marker rod. So I can't get any underwater footage. If we're getting it going on a spot, what I'll do is I'll put the water wolf on a rig and I'll get it in the water. If it's starting to kick off and bites are becoming easy to get, because it is a bit of a cumbersome setup, so to speak. So we'll do that and we'll see how it goes. But hopefully it's going to be a good blog. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it. And hopefully you enjoyed the last one at Linear. Like I say, apologies for the sound. It was very poor, it was very windy, it was very hard to do. But we've changed things now, so I've got a mic for my DSLR camera and my Canon if I need to, if it's windy like that again, a remoteless mic, so we can do that sort of stuff. So I'll catch up with you later. And hopefully it'll be with a fish. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning after breakfast. Okay, cheers then, bye bye. Alright guys and girls, you joined me rowing out, talking for a spot. Really the week for me starts now on the Sunday morning. The Saturday is always a bit of a whitewash by the time, as I've said already. You do the draw, you get set up comfortably. Obviously it's not a rush, you're here for the week, so there's no point in rushing it. So we've got 2 spots already. This is the 3rd one, so I'll show you once we've got back on land again the spots and what we're going to look to do. Found 2 nice spots. I found the weed. It's a bit stinking. Obviously it's old weed, it hasn't properly died back yet. The water is crystal gin clear. So you can see the bottom, you can see where the weed beds are, you can see the old bait that's still lying there. So I've kind of kept away from them, even though they're known spots, because they're known spots, and there's still old bait there. Found a nice one spot in the middle where it's a 20 foot kind of opening between 2 old weed beds. It looks like a channel. I've had the prodding stick down there, and that's banging, absolutely banging. So we've got them 2 mocked up. We've put a bit of bait out. We've got the bait in the back here now, again for this spot. So we're going to row out. We're only going to go out about 60 yards or something. We'll have a look, see what we see. There's a bit of a ripple on the water now, so viewing isn't that bottom. So we're going to go. We've got the marker float here with the lead on the end and obviously the float. We'll bang that about on the bottom, find a nice area. Once we've got that area, what we'll then do is we'll pop it up and put a bit of bait round about it, and that'll be our 3rd spot. So yeah, so like I say, once we get back on shore I will give you an update and show you where we are, the approach that we're doing, which has got me success here on Crete Lakes last time. I've noticed that there's a lot of beds of bait out there with whole boilies. They don't seem to be taking off the whole boilies. So as I did last time, we've got crumb, done in the Ridge Monkey, boilie, smasher, crusher, whatever how you want to call it, and yeah, we'll get that out on the spot and we'll see what's happening. Okay, I'll catch you later. Cheers. Bonjour everybody again. So, bit of an update. It is Sunday evening, 6:45 local time, and yeah, today no rods have been in the water today. Who's that behind me? Oh, bit of a beep on the rod there. No, come to nothing. So yeah, so no rods have been in the water today. Spent about 2 or 3 hours in front of me today in the rowing boat, as you would have seen, finding spots. So we've found about four spots, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 spots. Baited all 4. And I've got 3 rods on 3 of them, which is over to the right hand side. About 6 foot of water, going down to 7 foot, in between some weed beds. Nice little hard patches. But I lost my goddamn GoPro. I had it on a beak kind of for the cap, and I turned around too quickly, and next thing I heard was a plop and watched it go down in the water. So I've spoke to the bailiffs and all that, and tomorrow I can go in after it. Me and Eggy tried for about 2 hours with a baiting spoon to no avail. So we're going to go out in the morning after breakfast, and I'm actually going to jump in the lake and dive down to get it. Don't do this at home, but so yeah. So it's been about 18 degrees. Pressure is slightly going up. There's been loads of fish coming from the deep end, but we're hoping that with the wind the way it is, there's a new wind pushing down into the shallows right in my face, and the temperatures are now going up. Like I say, it was about 18 degrees today. It's going to be 18 tomorrow and 18 on Tuesday, I think, and then 18 on Wednesday as well, according to the weather. So we're hoping that that warm, it is a strong sun as well, is going to kind of push him down a little bit. We're hoping. Like I said, I'm going to give it till Tuesday, and then what I'm going to start doing is baiting during the day and sod off around the venue with one rod and a landing net and some bait, and go round to the empty pegs and see if we can get anything from then, if it's not happening during the day here. So yeah, so that was eventful. So we had dinner tonight. You get dinner at 5 o'clock here, as mentioned. It was chicken, roast potatoes, carrots, runner beans and gravy. Tonight, all the rods are back out again on the baits that we found. And yeah, I bought the old Nash Indulgence, the SS4W, with me on this trip, here for a week, so I thought, well, we'll get a bit of comfort. So yeah, that was good. Enjoying being on that, because usually I sleep on the compact. I couldn't actually tell you the last time I slept on this, but yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight. One of the guys that's with us, Spotty, he had one today, 25 pounder. He's on Lake 2, peg 18, fishing down to the margins. Brad, who's with us as well, he's fishing Lake 2, peg 12. He's had 3 fish now, biggest one being 50 out of there as well. Cabbage, he's on Peg 17, he's had nothing. Dino hasn't had his rods in today, and Eggy hasn't had his rods in today, same as me. So you can see now at the top end of the lake. What I'll do is I'll turn the camera around so you can actually see what my view. So if we do that, so this is my view, and that's all the way up to the top of the lake that you can see. There's a peg directly opposite me. That's the bailiff swim, and then everybody else's swims are on the side. So there are people all around the lakes, so that'll help them move about. Just to zoom in for you now, just there, just to the right of the pontoon, there's a lovely clear area there. So I've got one bait on there, and if you excuse the, I don't know, can you see my marker pole? Yeah, so that's my marker pole there for my middle rod. You can see, just sticking out of the water. There we go, that's it. So I've got bait just to the right of that. Sorry for the vibration, it is on fully zoomed. So yeah, that's one of the avid ones. Basically that stays in the water with a weight at the bottom, and if you do get a fish, basically all it does is it pulls over the top of it. So they are fish safe. Over the joins you've got like little couplers on there, so that's one spot. And then if we spin it round even more, we should see Dino soon. There's Dino on peg 57, and I've got one out directly to his swim, and that's at 17 1/4 wraps, I think it is. So what we'll do, we'll try and zoom in on Dino. Hope he's not doing a dump. There he is. We carry radios, so hold on while I radio him and see if he's about. Excuse the photon. Dino, give us a wave, you're on camera. You're on my camcorder. Give us a wave, I'm zoomed in, aren't you? Oh, here he comes, he's coming out. Yeah, yeah. Hey, now Dino, there was no need for that, son. Okay, do take two then. Thank you, bye bye, you can go back to sleep now. Oh Christ, the long johns have come out. What I'll do is I'll zoom out before he starts showing his bare arse to everybody. So yeah, so that's my swim. So we'll just turn this back round again. We will. So yeah, give us 2 minutes, Dino. I'm just blogging, mate, you know what I mean? Do you not know who I am?
No, I am.
Right, so we... So we have, obviously we all have radios, and see if you're coming on a holiday and there's a group of you, get radios, because they're absolutely brilliant. You have such a laugh with them. Cabbage, can I get a bit of respect here, son? I'm blogging, you know what I mean? Can we have radio silence for the next 5 minutes? So as you can see, we have a good laugh with each other. We play tunes over and everything like that. So if you're in a group, I think it's an essential item, because they're just brilliant. And you can obviously communicate with each other. A week away is a long time fishing all the time, so it's nice to have them. And obviously we can talk to each other and all that. So that's the update at the minute. Hopefully we can have some fish to show you, or I can. Why do I keep saying we? You know, I mean, it's me. So hopefully I can have some fish to show you soon. I'm not getting worried at this point in time, because like I say, you know, last year it took me probably till about Monday to get used to the swim, get baited. There is a fair chunk of bait out there now. They do like the bait here, from what I've seen fishing on Lake 5 anyway. We were out in the boat today and it's crystal clear. Oh, that's the wife FaceTiming me. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll come back to you in a bit, and just let me answer this. Hello, Bubba.
Hello, baby.
Do you want to say hi to the camera, because I'm blogging?
Hi. And you're blogging when I look a total mess.
You don't, you look beautiful. So anyway, hopefully I'll come back to you with a fish, and I'll catch up with you all later. As the old Del Boy would say, bonjour. Bonjour again, everybody. I'm really fucking struggling here. I am really struggling. I picked a peg on a hunch, which hasn't worked out, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. So yeah, a little bit down today. We're on Monday. What time we're on Monday? 2:45. As you know, I'm on Lake 5, peg 61, the shallow end, and all the fish are at the other end. Well, the majority of them. There's stragglers down here that are getting picked off, but not huge quantities, and I'm not picking them off. So yeah, not happy. Not happy. But so I'm going to give it the rest of today and tonight, and then see what happens. There's a few pegs on a few other lakes. People are starting to move now that aren't on the fish. But it's playing with my mind. To be fair, I think I was probably a bit blasé because of my last trip here. I thought I was going to absolutely fucking smash it again. Pardon the language. Well, not smash it, but I actually thought I knew what the tactics were. As I'm doing nothing different. Not putting as much bait out right enough. But it's only the second week after the close season. I mean, last week there was, what, I think 100 odd fish, but the problem is that you don't get told where the fish are coming from at the top or the bottom, the way that it all works out in the morning, because you can't speak to the other anglers because they're queuing up at one point and you drive right past them. So albeit, you know, this fish come off the lake, you don't know where. And it's like, you know, it's 17, 18 degrees. So you would think with the fish, I mean, I'm watching up at the deep end and they are absolutely boshing everywhere. And I can't get near them. It seems to be that when they're moving down, they're having to move through lines, and they get to a point and then they sod off back up again. And not just getting a chance to get down here, and they're not moving. I've got the wind coming in at me. The temperatures have changed. I know the air pressure's gone up a little bit. So, I mean, the air pressures have gone up, so that's the deep end, right? How can they be comfortable on the bottom? The air pressure's up at 1026. Surely as a fish you would like to come down to the shallow end where it's 6 foot, 3 foot in place, blah blah blah, and sun yourself. But no, these French little froggy mutant things want to stay up at the top in the deep end. Celebrate. But nah, yeah, really struggling. As you know, I blog about highs and lows, whether I'm blanking, whether I'm catching. I don't just wait until I've caught. I don't not let you know that I've fished before and not caught. You know, it's a real live, not live, but you know what I mean, it's real fishing, it's what everybody does. I'm not making it to make me look like a superstar or anything. Just want to show you the highs and lows of my fishing. But yeah, so we're struggling. Well, I am. I don't know what about we. I don't know whether you guys are or not. You're not even here. You know, we're in the Champagne region, and all I'm doing is fucking eating myself to death. We went round. There's one double peg 3, which I've seen some fish showing at this morning. So I went round there this morning, put a couple of rods out for a couple of hours, just on the deck. I think I've got some sort of allergic reaction to French carp at the minute, because as soon as I did that, they pissed off. So I must have the lurgy. I've been out in the boat, my bait hasn't been touched. There's Dino and Eggy, they went out in the boat, their bait's gone. Dino had one last night, Eggy didn't have one, so again I'd be concerned about that. Bait gone and my rod didn't go, but he wasn't sure whether it was totally on the spot or not, so it's possibly the reason. The guy to the right of me in the corner, he lost 2 last night. 2 bailiffs at the left hand side of me, they had 1 apiece last night. So I just don't know. I don't know. Depressed, sad, annoyed, and there's an ant on my camcorder. Having said that, I've spent half my time trying to get my bloody GoPro off the lake bed. Even the bailiff went in today in a wetsuit. But so we're going to try a rake tomorrow, see if that works. But you know, I'm using a decent bait, good bait. You know, I know they like it on here. Don't know what's going on. I mean, there's a boy at the top end of the lake. I think he's had something like 20 fish. He had 14 fish on the first night. You know what I mean? But never mind. Hopefully we'll have some better news later on or tomorrow. Either that or you'll find me hanging from the nearest tree. In fact, no, that's just been stupid. It's only Tuesday tomorrow, so we've got 4 days left. I need to get into a positive frame of mind rather than this negativity. But it's hard, as you probably know, when you're blanking. You know, you're coming out here for a week.
I've got this boat here over there. I'll swap it for that GoPro.
Hold on while I just speak to Dina. Aye, that's no problem. I'll swap it for the GoPro. You go and get the GoPro bot.
Said exactly what you would say, word for word, but I added a few fucks in there as well.
Well, I can't do that because I'm actually blogging at the minute on my camcorder. That's Dino, by the way.
Okay, I'll keep the noise down. I won't play any music either.
Especially the stuff you were playing last night. So like I said, radios are a must. Good to keep in communication with each other. So we'll see what happens, and I'll come back to you later. Catches. Oh, sorry, as Del Boy would say, bonjour. Well, how you doing, guys? In a bit of a predicament here. I have got two very angry carp on at the minute. So we're trying to play them back. We are. But yeah. Yeah, bit of a predicament. Yeah, like you say, it's a bit of a crazy one, this. I can't get any light on. Hold on, I'll try and put a bit more light on so you guys can see. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got two very angry carp on at the minute. And this is a bit crazy. It is. I think, yeah, the other one's still on. It is. Just trying to keep the other line out. Keep it low. I think what we'll do is we'll take this one and we'll get the line out of the way. And what we'll do is we'll try and land this one. Here it comes. You just need to excuse me for a minute, guys, while
You lady. What do you know? I just had another one. 22.6 common. Find this fucking spot, mate. I need to find this spot. Yeah, there we go. I think 80's in there.
right, so we'll walk back. Oh no, that's that one off. Oh, fuck off. I don't actually know whether I've been snapped or not. Barber sucks, so I had to put the rod down to weigh that. No. been snapped. I've just lost it.
Those fish are going crackers in like a fucking 56.
Right, okay, I'll come back to you later, guys. Okay, cheers. Well, hello everybody. Bonjour, should I say. We've got 2 in the retainer. We had 7 last night in total. Lost 4. As I've already said, we've had a triple take, we've had a double take. It's been absolutely mental. Lost another one this morning out there. Been out there and all my bait has absolutely been mullered. There was about 4 or 5 kilo out there since Sunday. So with it being out there for so long, what I've done is I've actually I put out a diamond white on it, because the essential cell and the cell seems to wash out very quickly in this water here. I noticed that last September when I was here. So, and I was putting an IB, I wasn't getting anything off it. So I decided last night to put a diamond white, my faithful diamond white, put it out, and that spot's been mullered, and that's where I've had most of my bites from. The fish came down here last night like Titanics. You could actually hear them getting closer and closer. So we've got the smallest one of the 2 here, and it's very, very lively. As you can hear, this thing is as if something as if it swallowed a football. This one here is 45. Yeah, 45.10, and it is going mental. So we'll try and calm her down a bit. They're like on steroids here. So there she is. Crete Lakes, £45, 10 ounce. Of stunning mirror carp. She's a beauty. Typical French carp, big belly, and weighs an absolute ton, but an absolute peach. So we'll get her back and get a few pictures first. We'll get her back to her home, and then we'll show you an even bigger one. Absolutely buzzing. Just goes to show you carp fishing. You go from highs, you go to lows, and then you go to massive highs. Yesterday I was on massive low. Didn't think I was in the right place, didn't think I was going to catch. Talking about moving, and it just goes to show you, doesn't it? It can change so quickly, man. Big lesson learnt from me there. Big lesson learnt. So we'll get some pictures, we'll get it back, and then I'll show you the bigger one. Alright, see you in a minute. Bye bye. Well, bonjour. And here we are with the prize of the night. A very modest £49, 15 ounce. Absolutely secreting something. It is. This one is more, shall we say, oh God, I can just see this is going to be heavy. I can just see it. And I can see it's going to beat the absolute living rubbish out of me. Just about to swear there. Right, we'll see if she'll calm down. Once I get my arms round about her. Sometimes they do. She's smashing the absolute hell out of me here, isn't she? Alright, that's me, good mom. Calm down, my dear. Calm down. All we want is a photograph of you. That's all. Well, oh Jesus Christ, she's heavy. Oh, well, there she is. £49, 15. Like I say, mainline diamond white pop up on the new rig that I've been using over a baited area. It's crazy how you can go from lows to highs in this game. It really is, and I should know better by now. But yeah, absolutely buzzing. Really am. Buzzing isn't the word. Nearly made the magical £50 mark. I was told by my mate to re-zero the scales, but I know they're bang on. And yeah, like I say, stunning and over the moon. I'm so hyper, it's unbelievable. So we'll get some pictures of her, we'll get her back, and we'll go for breakfast, I think, because I've been up all night now, and then we'll get back and get the rods back out, because I'm going to fish during the day today. See you later. Au revoir.
Turn it around, baby.